Okay, does your money take you further in Calgary or in Vernon when we're looking at houses? The short answer is yes. But like everything, it depends on what your priorities are. Hi everyone, I'm Reners with Vernon Salt Fowler. I've grown up in southern Alberta, lived in Calgary for more than 7 years, and now I've been helping buyers and sellers here in Vernon for years. So today, instead of talking about the averages and stats, we're going to be looking at what actual homes are selling for on the market and what they're listed at. I thought we'd look at actual homes that are on the market today. We're going to compare 3 different budgets, around $350,000, around $800,000, and around $2 million. But more importantly, I wanted to explain what these homes tell us about each market and the people that are buying them. Before we jump into the homes though, I wanted to mention one thing. This isn't meant to be a perfect apples to apples comparison. Real estate simply doesn't work that way. Every neighborhood is going to be a little bit different. We're not comparing the same type of neighborhoods. Every home is a little bit different in Vernon as well. A home in East Hill is a completely different property and experience than that in, say, Predator Ridge or Coldstream. Now compare that to Calgary, a city with well over 1.6 million people. Greater Vernon has roughly 73,000. There are hundreds of neighborhoods in Calgary. There are different schools, there are different communities that all offer different things, and of course there's different amenities and different lifestyles. So instead of trying to find 2 identical homes, we've picked listings that I think do a pretty good job at representing what these budgets can buy and what you'd see today in the market. Quick pit stop. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel as we are dropping new videos like this every single week. And remember, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the area that we call home, be sure to call, text, or email and just add salt. Let's first jump into first-time home buyers' budgets for Calgary. This is a condo just under $350,000. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, almost 1,000 square feet, 2 underground parking stalls. It's exactly the kind of property that I'd expect many first-time buyers to be looking at. Now, let's compare that with Vernon. The interesting thing is this. The condos themselves really aren't that different, but what we find is the buyers often are. In Calgary, this is typically someone's first home. They're trying to get into the market, they're trying to build equity, maybe stop renting. However, in Vernon, yes, we have first-time home buyers too, but we also see more downsizers, retirees, people relocating from Alberta, people looking for more of a lock-and-leave property. Because often many of these people travel or split time between the 2 provinces. So it's a completely different buyer profile. And that's something you don't really see by just looking at the photos online. Let's look at $800,000. Now, let's move into what I'd call the family home market. This home gives you a lot. Large square footprint, multiple bedrooms, finished basement, and a garage. This is the kind of home that's built for a growing family. Now, let's compare that with Vernon. Very similar budget, very different priorities. One thing I've noticed working with families relocating here is they rarely tell me, I just want the biggest house. What they tell me is this: I want to be close to a good school, I want less driving, I want my kids outside more, I want to be near the lake. Those priorities completely change how buyers shop. The house becomes one piece of the decision, not the whole decision. Now let's talk about the luxury market. This is where I think the biggest difference becomes really interesting. Luxury in Calgary often means incredible inner city homes or larger homes with bigger lots. They often are close to restaurants, close to downtown, really close to everything. A luxury in Vernon, it definitely looks different. We're thinking more lakefront views, privacy, outdoor living, probably a pool. One thing that we've noticed over the last several years is that a significant number of our luxury buyers aren't actually from the Vernon area. They're often relocating from Calgary, from Vancouver, or from the Lower Mainland, and sometimes even Ontario. Many of them already own successful businesses, or they're retired. They're not buying because they need more bedrooms. They're buying because they want a totally different lifestyle. The biggest difference is this. What's probably surprised me the most is after selling real estate here, people rarely move because of a house. They move because of where they are in their life. Some are empty nesters, some want to be closer to grandchildren, and Some just want a smaller community. Some want a larger city. Some are changing jobs. And many are retiring. The house is really just a tool that helps them make that change. That's why I always tell buyers, don't just compare the homes. Compare the life you have once you're living in the home, because the novelties of the house will wear off. One thing we're continuing to see in today's market is movement in both directions. We're helping plenty of buyers relocate from Alberta into the Okanagan. At the same time, we're also helping people leave Vernon for the Calgary area. It is usually because of employment, family, or affordability. It just makes more sense for them to move. There isn't a right answer. There isn't a wrong answer. There is only the answer that is right for you. So, does your money go further in Calgary? Generally, yes. Does that automatically make it the better choice? Not necessarily. Real estate isn't just about square footage. It's often about finding the community, the lifestyle, and the home that fits the stage of the life that you're in. If you're thinking about making a move to the Vernon area, we've put together a free relocation guide at vernonrelocation.com and shuswaprelocation.com.